Hi, my name is Davis Gao, and this is my presentation on the rise of brainrot. So, a quick history of brainrot. In 2024, Oxford declared it as the word of the year, and it gave it the definition of how it leads to the deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as a result of the overconsumption of material. It first appeared in 1854 in a book titled Walden by Henry David Thoreau, and it criticized the declining intellectual standards, which is quite ironic because that is often what brain rot today is related to. And in 2007, which was much before this current brain rot area, it described dating shows, video games, and hanging out online. So for a quick timeline, because brain rot encompasses around 10 years or so, we're going in three stages, which is pre-brain rot, prime brain rot, and then current brain rot. So for pre-brain rot, this year goes from 2016 to 2019. We have the annoying orange, which is basically just an orange with like orange with the PNG of a face on top of it. We have troll faces, which are pretty prevalent throughout all of meme history. We have Doge, the dog, just pretty iconic, and then we have MLG videos, which are basically just clips of people hitting very good shots in video games. Now, these laid the groundwork for evolving humor, and for my first primary source, I have a clip of MLG right here. Wow, wasn't that stunning? Anyway, when we go to 2021 to 2022, so now we're going to the more recent era, we have Talking Ben and Tom. This kind of started from I Show Speed and his rants about the game. Then we have John Cena speaking Chinese. I think in this clip he's talking about how he like loves ice cream, and this was to promote his Fast and Furious 9 movie to Chinese audiences. And then we have the Only in Ohio memes. Now these kind of have no purpose, but they only kind of just clown and make fun of Ohio. And these are kind of the first generation of brain rot memes. And unlike the previous, which I've talked about, like such as MLG, Doge, Annoying Orange, which are kind of funny, these just had no point. They had no hype, unlike MLG. So now we're going into the 2023 era, and now we're having, iconic memes, iconic brain rot. We got Kai Cenat in his use of the word Riz and his Riz face. We got the Smurf cat from Alan Walker's Faded music video. We got Omar the ref, who goes, "You ladies are right," when he catches the basketball. And we have John Pork, which is just this weird, like, I don't know, filter of this guy who's trying to call you. We also have Low Taper Fade, which is, just a normal haircut, but it was popularized by some random dude trying to tell a ninja to get a low taper fade. And then for my second primary source video, I have a video of something from 2023, and it's known as Hood Irony. So please enjoy. Wow, wasn't that absolutely amazing? Now, we're going to modern brain right now. So this is more iconic. This is in the time period of around 2024 to 2025. And we have things like Skibidi Toilet, which is like just a random animated head popping out of a toilet. And it's amassed like a couple, like 10 billion views on YouTube, which is pretty impressive. We have the TikTok Riz Party, which is just a bunch of guys dancing and singing along to Carnival at some school prom. We have Don Polo, which just creates funny sounds, and these are pretty prevalent among short form content like on TikTok and Instagram Reels. We also have Vex Bolts being left in 2024 when we started mass unfollowing him. So now in 2025, you have more modern brain rot. So this is kind of just random stuff. At this point, we really don't know what's even happening here. We have Chop Chin, he's doing this little dance, and everyone gets really excited at that for some reason. We have Italian brain rot, right? We have this like An example of this is just this alligator with a bomb. I don't know what this is called. It's like Tung 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 Sakura or something. And we got cave divers, which were just people. Well, originally they were people who dived in caves and often died. Now they're being basically just clowned on at this point. And then we have the Great Meme Depression, which basically just states how we haven't had really any new memes since February of 2025. And of course, I can't forget my King LeBron. I had to dedicate an entire slide to him. And now, on my third primary source, which is Italian brain rot. Wow, that really put a tear in my eye. Just so amazing. Anyway, now we get to talk about the impact. So, what has brain rot led to the rise of in society? Well, first of all, through the consumption of short form content, we're slowly reducing the average attention span of just anyone in society. And we're also causing a burnout or lack of motivation within people. This is just because of mental fatigue as well as the overconsumption of media. And finally, we have decreased productivity. This is because of poor memory caused by of course, again, short form content, and a lack of problem solving skills among the newer generation. And that's it. Thank you for listening.